Okay, so hi everyone. I know it's been such a long time since I put out an episode. I'll get into that. But before I do, I just wanted to say welcome to our guest today. We have Mazani in my house, not in the building, but in my house. Yeah, and I'm really happy that he's here. So maybe you can just introduce yourself and say what you do.
Okay, I go by the name Mazani. I'm an artist, singer, songwriter, performer, and yeah.
Ladies man also. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just keep going back to that. But yeah. So like I said, it's been a while. And I think why I took a break is because the internet has changed so much ever since I started putting out episodes, and I just wanted to make sure that I found myself first before I started doing anything else. And I wanted to also make sure that I had a clear vision of what I was putting out there. And I think I'm at a point now where I'm ready, and obviously it's going to be a journey, and I'm really glad that people are listening, if you are listening. And I just want to build a community, which brings us to today's topic.
Yeah.
I think one thing that really helped me get back into it was just talking to people and understanding that you don't need the whole world to love you.
Yeah.
You just need your people. But yeah, before we get into that, I wanted to ask you, so most people know you as Mazani, but is there a reason you don't use your
Name.
Your actual name? What is your first name? Are you willing to tell us? And is Mazani an alias?
Okay, so real name, Tifuniro. Am I supposed to?
You can if you want to.
Yeah, real name, Chifuniro. About Mazani. Okay, so there was a time I don't want to say I didn't really like my name, but it was, that because
Because it was Malawi?
Yeah, like all my friends are, I have Brian as a friend, I have Sean as a friend, and then there is me, Chifuniro. So I think for a long time, I don't know if I was happy with the name, and then how the name came about. I finished secondary school. I was making music with my friends, so I'm trying to go solo now.
Yeah.
And
were you part of a band or something?
Yeah, I could say it was like a collective. It was like a couple of people in there. So I never really got to use my name, which was Malachi then, which I still use now. It's on my documents and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I finished secondary school. I'm trying to go solo. I just thinking about starting clean, so new name, new sound. I think I figured out I wanted to sing more because I think I had a rapper phase. I think so.
That's
rapper phase. Not I was a proper hip hop head sometime. Yeah.
But then you realize that you have a voice.
Yeah, it was one of those things, and I feel like a lot of singers
because you can sing. Wow.
Thank you so much. I feel like a lot of singers usually go through that
journey.
Yeah, where they're I started off as a rapper, and then later on transitioned into
something.
Singing. So I want to start on a clean slate. So new name, that was very important for me.
Yeah.
I legit went and started looking for names, and I had a thing for Arabic names, Hebrew. I have a little sister who happens to have an Arabic name, so maybe it also from it's bro, I'm Chifunir and you have this beautiful name. It only has 4 letters.
Okay.
So I'm looking for names. Obviously, paying so much attention to what they mean.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a very important.
So what does Mazani mean?
Okay, so Mazani stems from Zani, which means gift from God, which is Hebrew.
Okay.
So that's basically where the name came from.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's what my name means too.
Oh, word.
But I'm not sure. You know, I've asked around,
Mm-hmm.
and I think people told me it means divine, but my mom always tells me it means gift from God. Like,
It could, like, okay.
Yeah, but it's a Greek name.
Okay, yeah, but this one's Hebrew, and yeah, I was gonna do this thing. I was gonna have a first name and like a surname, like Scintilla, Kendrick Lamar, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go with Zani Kalani. I think that time Kalani meaning, was it of the heavens, royalty? I think, if I'm not wrong. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna drop the surname and just have Zani. Yeah, I mean, short, easy to like remember.
Yeah.
But one of my friends was like, you know, there's like some Zanis out here, because it could be 2018, somewhere there. Yeah. So Zani Chalet is popping, and it's like, well, there's a couple of Zanis, and you don't want to like blow up one day, and then people often mistake you for.
But like, I feel that if you blow up, then no one will mistake you because you are you.
Like, yeah, I kind of get that. Yeah. I do. It's the same thing with like what Ronaldo, the Brazilian, and the Portuguese one. I don't know if you follow football like that.
Okay.
But if you search Ronaldo these days on Google, it's gonna show the Portuguese
one. Yeah.
Before the, like, now people refer to the other one as Fat Ronaldo now, or which is bad. I know. I know. Like, guys, come on, you guys can do better. It's like, oh, like he came and snatched the chain. It's like, this is my name now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but I gave it consideration then. So I was still thinking about it. I went to the studio with another friend. And after we finished recording what we were working on, the producer was asking, like, okay, so what do I put on the song? And obviously I'm still struggling, because I'm like, I was gonna go with Zani, but my friend said this, and you know, I think he has a point. So my other friend was like, why don't you add an A to it and make it Mazani? It's like, I bet. I wasn't feeling it at first, I'm not gonna lie. But I still went ahead with it, which I think, like, looking at it now, I'm like, you know what, maybe the name chose me, bruh, because I could have said nah, you know, but yeah, I still went ahead with it, and now it's like a part of who I am. Like, that's me, bro. So
I like that.
I did think about changing it to Chifu now.
Don't.
To my name. Now this was like before my first EP came out. But I think I knew that if I wasn't gonna change then, I was never gonna change it. Like, it was one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fine.
This is it.
Yeah, like, I know this project is gonna introduce me to some people, and if I change my name, I'm pretty much undoing the progress. And
Okay. My next question is, how do you reconcile between your watched life and your private life?
Ooh.
I mean, I can't relate. Private life.
Okay, now
let's add to those that are known.
I think it's been a little bit tricky, because I remember telling one of my friends the other day that I don't think, even on like socials, even on Instagram, I don't think I've ever existed on there as Jifuniro. Yeah, like, I think it's always been the artist.
Yeah.
So much that of late I get this, it's like, bro, I'd love to just like exist on there as, you know, posts. Because now I like have to put this, like, okay, this can go on my Insta. You get, like, I've never really had that. Not that I'm complaining, Komano. I would have loved to like experience that.
So where do you let that out, that whole not as serious?
I think specific people get that side of me. I used to do this thing where I'd have two numbers.
You have two numbers right now?
I used to do this thing where I have two numbers. And the whole idea was, okay, this is the one Aliense gets to have.
But like special people get a different.
But yeah, special people get a different one. It gets tricky because after some time they start to, because I think this year's already someone will ask someone for my number, and maybe they saved them under the same number. Next thing you know, you have someone. Yeah, like I used to tell people a lot, guys, I don't care who is asking for this number. I don't care if it's Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't care. Please ask me before Jabu, Yeah. So I had one number for some time. I just got rid of it recently because I was like, okay, it defeats the whole purpose of like having Queen away where I can escape to.
Yeah.
So yeah. So maybe I'm gonna get a new one.
Okay.
Because I still feel like that balance. Yeah. I still need it. If I don't have any way to hide, then for my sanity, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. My next question is: so you mentioned that specific people get that side.
Yeah.
Who are those people? Obviously, you don't have to give me names.
Yeah, but just like.
Yeah. Who are they? Do you have a best friend?
Do I?
Do you guys have best friends?
That's the thing. I don't know. I have. Because I remember someone asking me the same question the other day. Yeah, it's like, could you say, oh, Ronald is your best friend? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
I have friends that I know that, okay, I talk to these people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I tell these people a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we're like super close. So it's like, it could be 5 guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Who,
No.
But I don't know if like any of them gets that title. I mean,
what about your family? Is family important?
I have an auntie.
Mm-hmm.
I love so much.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like she's most likely like one of the first people I'm gonna like. If I change the number, that's who I'm hitting up first. Like, hey.
By the way.
My little sister. And yeah, my friends, obviously. Those are the ones that, it's like I get to post whatever they like. I can put memes. Of course, also people get that side of me. But I think Queen Abba must go one bit because I know there's no judgment here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think people that really love you, crave that side of you.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I do like bring it out. Yeah. Like if you see my Instagram stories, like I'll post some stuff on there sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so I want us to get into the whole community thing. Because personally, I struggled with it for a very long time.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. Sinano Masuga. I still am not. I am to those who know me, people I gravitate towards. But in general, the concept of friendship is new to me. So yeah, I wanted to ask, do you think people today are more or less connected as compared to past generations? Is my problem with making friends a personal problem, or is it a generational problem?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think times have changed. It depends on where you're looking at it from. Because I mean, it's easy to like make friends. You could go on Insta and make a friend. Like,
but is that a friend?
But that's the thing. That's what I wanted to say. It depends on like where you're looking at it. Because I mean, you could have 10 of those people, but like, are these people that are gonna notice? Okay, Theo isn't alright.
Fine, yeah.
Like,
she's been quiet.
I would like to think, Kale, people. I mean, if you're gonna make a friend, the internet wasn't what it is now. So maybe it's someone you're physically in contact with, like a neighbor or someone you go to the same school with,
I feel like I was happier then, though.
Oh yeah?
When friendship was built based off of like
a certain
seeing that person a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe like you went to school with each other or they're your neighbor. I don't know. And also the friendship felt private. Because now if I make friends with somebody on Instagram, it's so easy for somebody to go through my following and be like,
oh, okay.
I'm a just, I know sometimes I just want people that only I know about
I get that. You're a
Yeah.
little selfish with.
Yes, I really am. I'm so selfish.
Yeah.
I'm so selfish, but I think it's a testament as to how much I love the people that I love.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you really want.
Yeah.
Get that. So I think I could say that it's easier maybe to, I don't know, create a community now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the older, I don't know, generation had like stronger
bonds.
Yeah. I think that's how I put it. Yeah.
Okay, so I know you're building a fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I heard about you personally.
Okay. How did you hear about it?
I said you're a ladies' man. I have a reason for saying that. Jokes. But no, to be honest, I think when your EP came out, that's when I was like, oh, this is really fire. I think what I liked about your music was the fact that I'm gonna say something that sounds so rude, but it's not rude at the same time. It didn't sound Malawian.
Okay.
It sounded like this person is making music because they like it and not because they want to be known as a big Malawi. I don't know if that makes sense.
There wasn't any conformity. I wasn't trying to conform to
anything. Yeah.
I get that.
So that's how I heard about you. So I know you're building a fan base. How have you built that community? How have you gotten your fans, but also how are you nurturing your fans?
Okay, so I before this EP, the one you're talking about, there was Lavender. Lavender doesn't sound the same as this one's. Very different, experimental also, but very different. There was like one Chichewa song in there, and yeah, but I'd like to believe that I didn't lose, even with like the transition, I didn't lose the people that I had and how you made it, yeah, because there's still like that Mazani in like the new stuff that I've put out, so that in itself, I think is like one way I've tried to just make sure. Like I didn't want, sometimes you I don't know, transition or whatever, and then there's like a huge shift, so much that people don't even relate to. Yeah, I don't think that was me. I think there's still like remnants of.
But don't you think it's a compliment? It's a good thing. Don't you think that's how you know you have a strong fan base?
Yeah.
Because they're willing to grow with you through those seasons. Because I feel like there's some artists, like you said, if you're doing what the crowd wants you to do, all well and good. But the second you stop,
it's like, hey, we're out.
Wow.
Yes.
But when we say, no. Okay, so my next question is, of course, we've spoken about community and how important it is. But obviously, you came into this world alone.
Yeah.
And you're going to bed. And you go to bed alone. So do you find that community or individuality matters more? And which feels more comfortable to you?
Ooh. I think they're both very
important.
Yeah. I think it's just a matter of finding balance.
Well, would you say you're like
bandit?
Yeah. Are you someone that is individualistic or you're one, two? You know what I mean?
I feel like I am individualistic.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, those are the questions I had. But I really wanted to talk about this because I'm noticing a trend. I mean, you've heard people talking about the loneliness epidemic. I feel that people are struggling a lot these days. And it's due to people not being able to talk to other people. But even when they are talking to other people, I don't think people are saying what they should really be saying.
Yeah.
Or they're not being as honest as they could be. So that's why I wanted to.
What do you think could be the reason?
I think there's a lot of judgment these days.
Yeah.
People are always trying to put you in a box. So let's say it's a classic high school type of situation. Let's say in high school you are known as the rugby kid, right? And so everybody puts you into that box, not knowing that behind the scenes maybe you really like music. So I think that's what social media has done, and that's the problem, because everybody puts you into a box. Okay, she's the pretty girl. That's it. Okay, but what if, I don't know, she does math during the week? So I think it's all about, what are they calling it? An era. You know, everybody's in their era. And I think that's leading to a lack of honesty, a lack of trust, poor communication as well. Nobody wants to get hurt. Yeah. So I'm trying to change that in my own way. I think that's why I'm very selfish about my connections with people. Because when I am close to somebody, I make sure that the connection is positive and real. Yeah.
Okay.
So your EP was released officially on the 13th of Feb this year.
Yeah.
Can we look forward to any upcoming projects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking to put out a lot of singles, just a stream of singles.
Okay.
I don't know about another project anytime soon. I don't know about any projects anytime soon, because also, I don't know, bro, projects are serious
Thing.
stuff. Yeah. And also, I don't think I could. Eddie, don't. I could. I would love for my next to be, let's say, an album. And I think, that kind of stuff is sacred. I think.
What about features? Are there any artists that you really, really want to work with?
Yeah. There is a couple of artists I'd love to get in the studio with. But also, I don't know, bruh. I have done 2 EPs now. The first one had 1 feature, which was a guitarist. The second one had 2 features, which were like my friends. Like one of them is a very close friend, like Alimu, those people I was thinking about. Yeah. And they're someone I respect so much, very well. Like he's a very dope artist. Amazing writer, amazing singer. And the other one was someone I collaborated with. Also, there's respect there, I think one thing I don't like about, I don't know, bigger artists anyways, is having to feel like you're asking for a favor. Like I'm like, bro, I'm gonna make my stuff and I'm just gonna But
of course, I don't know how the industry works. So, Maja Wepa, like, do you ask, as in, do me a favor, or is it a mutual, a mutually beneficial thing?
I think it depends. Me personally, if I'm gonna make a song with someone, I would love it's going both ways. Like you feel like you like what I do so much, you want to work with me. And I feel the same way. I think that's the best way you can like collaborate on something. But for other people, it's strategic. Yeah. So for other artists, they wouldn't mind. Or paying a bigger artist to
be on the album,
because which business sense it does make sense. Yeah. But for me, like I want to work with, like I could love what you do. I could admire it, but if like let's say the song I'm working on doesn't say Theo, then I'm not gonna get Theo just because I want to get Theo on a song. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. So,
but that's what I meant. That's why I gravitated towards you as an artist, because it doesn't, the music you're making doesn't sound like, I want to be in the industry and that's my only goal.
Yeah.
There's a soul to it. You know what I mean? And
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. She's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard you do a lot of live performances.
Yeah.
Do you have any coming up? I know you have one today.
I have one today. Of course, it's not. I like intimate settings. I like 50 people, 70 people. I could have a guitarist with me, or I could have a full band. But yeah, I prefer places where people can just come and listen to the music, interact with me.
Cry.
Yeah, like bro, let it all out. I think for now that's like where I am. Yeah. So I don't know if there's any. Oh, there could be a ladies thing at RSVP real soon.
Okay.
This November.
Yeah.
This November. But I think I would love to do something in Zumba.
Why does every artist love Zumba like that?
Oh yeah, you think people love Zumba like that?
People love Zumba.
Oh yeah?
Every time an artist is like, I want to perform
in Zumba. Okay, for me it's because we did the Mazani experience. So we had one in Blantyre, we had one in Lilongwe. So there's Mzuzu and there is Zumba, which are like the other 2 CDs that we haven't
done yet.
Yeah. So
what's your favorite district? What are they called?
I think Lilongwe and Zomba.
Yeah.
Please.
No one likes Hells. I don't know. But like, what is so special about that place? Can somebody tell me? It's the heat.
I think for me, it's because
dust.
I was like, maybe the reason could be because I never get to stay in these places. I'm just
visiting
there for a little while. Yeah, that would be the reason. So it's like, oh, there's all these places I haven't checked out yet.
Yeah.
Also, I think because when I go, like every day, it's different from like when I'm in Blantyre.
Yeah.
When I'm in Lilongwe, I'm like every day, like I'm not just there and I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Which is something that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I can't do no. But maybe that's the reason, because I won't be here for long, so I need to make use of the time that I have here. So if I'm there for a week, I'm gonna make sure, in that week, I go to the studio, I meet a friend I haven't met in a while, that kind of stuff. So maybe if I went there and stayed for a little longer,
yeah,
I wouldn't, fantasize about it as much.
Yes.
But yeah, Zomba on the other hand, I think there's a fan base there.
Yeah.
I think there's a fan base.
Zomba people know use.
Yeah, there's a fan base there because I've had 2 other artists tell me that. But there's like a base here, yeah? Like people really like it. Like both have a similar story. Something where like we're performing at the same place. I remember the other one, we're performing here at Takeout.
Yeah.
And obviously there's like my name on the poster, and
he
had people asking him, like Mazani's gonna be there, that kind of thing. And the other one said the same thing also. And the other one's show was in Zomba as well. Yeah. So it was that thing where like people asking him
about you.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I'm on the poster too, bro. I'm on the poster too. What do you mean,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'd really love to do, plus it's closer to Blantyre, so I think logistics wise and stuff, it would make a lot of sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I think we're at the end.
Okay.
But obviously it's not then for going somewhere after this. Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm really glad that you were open to do this with me. And in the spirit of community, guys, please stick with me on this journey. And I take feedback very, very, very seriously. This is my passion. Obviously, I have a 9-to-5. And I love my 9-to-5, but I think I love talking to people, and I love learning about people. So, yeah. Do you have any parting words?
Hey man, we're back after how long?
This is 2024.
Yeah.
Against the water.
Oh yeah?
I think it's been 4 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm just happy that you still like came back to it after
so long.
Yeah, and I'm rooting for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode after this one.
Awesome.
You know? Yeah.
I won't say who it is.
Okay.
But they know who it is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I won't say who it is.
Yeah, guys.
Bye.